Hi, in this video we're going to solve this word problem. Alice can paint a fence in 6 hours. With Ben's help, they can paint the same fence in 3 and 3/4 hours. How long would it take Ben to paint the fence working alone? So we can notice a couple things here. It mentions same fence. It gives 2 different times. First time Alice works alone. Second time she works together with Ben, and we have to find how long would it take for now Ben to paint the fence by himself. So we have to take these words and make them into mathematical expressions and equations. So since we have 2 people here, Alice can be X and Ben can be Y. We have 2 variables. Now, what should they represent? They should actually represent the work rate. Now, what a rate is you're familiar from your real life. Say if your rate is like $10 per hour and you work 8 hours, then you earn $80, right? So this thing here is the rate. We can have a similar thing for this scenario. It's not gonna be dollars, but it's gonna be like some section of the fence that's painted, say 1 meter squared per hour. Like this kind of thing is a rate also. So this just is like a section of the fence that's painted per hour, right? So a rate is like that. So we can have X represent such kind of rate, and rate times time, the duration that you engage in that activity, here would equal the amount of work done. This is a general concept, right? This work would represent like the whole fence being painted, but we're not gonna specify like exact units here, or even for X, we don't have to specify like exact units like I did here. This was just as an example. So we have got 2 different scenarios. So maybe we have T1 and work 1. So this is the case where Alice paints the fence alone, and then Alice works together with Ben to paint the fence. But notice, because we are painting the same fence, it's not going to be work 1 and work 2. I mean, they're going to be the same, so we don't need the subscript here. So we know what T1 and T2 is. T1 is simply 6 hours, and T2 3 and 3/4 hour. So that is called a mixed number, and what it means is this: 3 plus 3/4. So we want to combine them into a single fraction, so you know how to do that. This becomes like this: plus 3, 15/4. So we know quite a bit of things already, but so what we can do, since the work is the same, is we can equate this equation, left-hand side of this equation, to the left-hand side of this equation. But let's plug in the actual numbers while we're doing that. So it's gonna be looking like this. We can multiply both sides by 4 to get rid of the fraction. Okay, we can take 15x to the other side, so 9x equals 15y. X is equal to 15 over 9y. So what this means is Alice's rate is related to Ben's rate in this way. So x is 15 over 9 times y. So what that means is generally that Alice is actually working faster than Bob because this number is greater than 1. You see, if you plug in like any arbitrary number here for y, say like 1, then it's gonna be 1 times this fraction, which is bigger than 1. So x is gonna be bigger than 1. So it means Alice is working faster than Bob. And that makes sense because Alice can paint the fence in 6 hours, but with Ben's help, it's not like the hours hasn't been cut down to half, which would be 3 hours, but it's a little bit more than 3 hours, almost 4 hours. So that implies that Ben is working a little bit slower than Alice. So what we can do with this scale factor is look at the question. We have to answer how long would it take Ben now to paint the fence working alone. So we know enough to answer that. Like, since it took 6 hours for Alice, we have to use this number. Is it gonna be times this or divided by this? It's gonna be times this, because with Ben working alone, it's gonna take longer. So if you just times this, you get 10 hours. So it's gonna take Ben 10 hours, a lot longer than Alice, to paint the same fence. Okay, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next video.